Hey guys, Dino Tristano-Matic, and here we are in the middle of Patong, the famous road. Down here, it's early morning, so no one's partying anymore. Well, they probably are, but not so much here. So this is, I'll show you the road during, at say 7, 8 in the morning. But if you see this at night time, it's a completely different story. But yeah, so as you can see, beautiful beach over there. It's a good little area night or day, but it's just more famous. Bangla Road, guys. So there she is. So you'll probably find most things would be shut down during the day, half the shops, because they're bars that won't open till maybe 12 or something like that. But this is the party street. Walking street they call it, Bangla Road Walking Street, mainly because they cut the traffic off at, I don't know what time, maybe 5 p.m, 6 p.m or something, and you can just walk through here. It'll be absolutely packed. So a little bit on Phuket. I've travelled here a fair few times. You can get reasonably cheap accommodation. The one I'm in at the moment is 35. You can probably have a look at that information in the previous vlog. Yeah, so 35 Australian dollars, sorry, I should say. It's about 700, I think. Where are we? Thai money? Oh, too early for me, guys, I tell you. Thai baht. But yeah, heaps of restaurants. You can get your Burger Kings and whatnot. It's been around as a party town forever, this place. So ATMs everywhere. You know, you can, anything you're going to need on a holiday you can find here. So it's a good little spot. It's sort of a good mix. I always say this about Phuket. It's always a good mix that they can mix the young partiers. They got the girly bars for those that want to indulge in that. But it's also really good for families, and somehow they manage to mix the whole caboodle somehow quite well, you know. Plus there's these shops here everywhere. So yeah, quite an interesting mix of tourists which come here. But yeah, it is. Ooh, you can smell that. Yeah, but it is. It's done well. Mate, they keep it reasonably clean. I mean, it is what it is, you know. It's not super neat and tidy, but it is. They keep it fairly clean. And probably at the moment they're sort of just still in the middle of doing the big cleanup. If you go down Bangla Road at say 5 in the morning, as things have just shut, oh, it's unbelievable the mess which is there. But then you go down 2 hours later and it's cleaned up pretty well. So it's still a bit dirty around these streets, but they'll get onto that soon. So good little spot for especially, you know, if you're just new travelling Asia. I think it's a good place to come. Now this here is a surf pool, so you can it's not on at the moment, but you can come in here. I think it's got restaurants and things up there, I'm not sure, but this is yeah, so flow rider here. Obviously once it gets going, the water gets going, you'll see people in there surfing the whole time. You got yourself a bar. I haven't tried it, but I believe it's pretty cool. Yeah, tour companies everywhere. So from here you can go to Krabi, million different tours that they do, different islands that you can get to. So it's, if you're doing that sort of thing, it's not a bad base to sort of start off here. And then Krabi's a beautiful area, but yeah, there's so many of them, and just little one-day tours as well. And always watch out traffic, because it's everywhere. As I always mention, look both ways all the time, because it doesn't matter which way it says the street goes, there'll be people flinging around both ways, so on your toes. you've got these little tut-tuts here that you can get. Yeah, they're fun actually. They've got really good sound systems. Most of them, if you got your own music, you can Bluetooth it through to them and listen to what you want. If not, they're usually at night blasting it. Lights flashing, yeah. But yeah, good way to get around. Mate, generally, you know, this walk that I do that I'm doing from Bangla Road back to near where my place is, it's probably 20 minutes or so. It'd only be 4 or 5 minutes in one of the tut-tuts. They'll basically charge you, it's 200 for that, so 200 Thai baht. Generally that's the standard price when you get in, but even if you have to go a bit further, it'll probably still be 200. But if you go over to one of the other beaches or something, obviously not. Got another fairly major road here with a shopping centre or something up there. I'm not sure about that one. So there'll be all these little roads dropping down. I'm just walking parallel with the beach at the minute, which we might go down and have a look at. So the famous Patong Beach, Thailand, Phuket, guys. So heaps of water sports to do here. Deck chairs, so just the classic little tourist beach. There's a few prices there. Yeah, I think they've got parasailing. It might have been on that, I don't know. They used to anyway. Yeah, so it's a nice wide beach, beautiful beach. That's why it all happened here, I suppose, why it all started. But yeah, it is a nice wide beach. Probably to walk from one end to the other, you're looking at about 40 minutes. That's just cruising. I'm actually living down that end. It gets fairly rocky in that at the end. It's really beautiful. And then down this end there'll be a little river inlet, which is actually quite interesting. Not many tourists sort of walk down there because there's not a proper path, but there's lots of fishing boats that actually park up there, smaller ones, and they're painted so colourful, so that's often worth a look. And then obviously up over the hill to other beaches like Kata, Karon Kata, and this way over here you go, I think, Kamala Beach and Sarin or something, if you go that way over the hills. But yeah, very nice spot. Anyway, we'll wander along a bit and maybe head back inland, and there you go, there's the parasailing there. Banana boat, parasailing, sea-doo, storm. Also guys, I will mention, because I've talked to a lifesaver once here, or saw him yelling at some people because they were going in the water at the wrong place, but they do put I don't know about today, it's probably not too bad, but they do actually put flags up. You're best off to swim between them because they do have some trouble with rips and whatnot. Today there could still be, obviously, but doesn't look too bad. So yeah, but do keep in mind that although it's really beautiful here, it can actually be quite dangerous on some days. And also another little tip, I've found people go for long walks and they'll chuck their bag just there or something. They won't realise the tide's coming in, and of course it does, so because it can come in pretty rapidly. So you go for a walk down the end of the beach, you know, maybe stop for a drink, come back, all of a sudden your towel or whatever you've left here, I doubt you would have left your wallet or camera or anything, hopefully, but yeah, so be careful with the tide. on that note of security, same as anywhere, just be streetwise, guys. And you should be right, it's not over the top here. Probably one of the biggest dangers you hear about is people on the streets with bikes. I sometimes ride bikes. You know, you take your chances if you do. I've been in, I've seen accidents and that around Asia, so it can happen, but I think mainly if you're not an experienced rider, just don't do it. And also remember the insurance, that unless you've actually, I haven't found a company that actually covers you properly unless you got a bike license in Australia, which I have, so I can I can get myself covered. But yeah, read the small print on that anyway. But that's all what you know, they're the things you do before you come over, set up, really look into things, don't just assume, and then you just got to come here and enjoy the natural beauty. So probably one of the last things I can think about, and people ask me which end of the beach in Patong. So if you want to party, a lot of people stay right in the middle so they can just walk easily to the party area. There's parties everywhere, but generally you get down this end. So pretty much in the middle is the party street there, which we had a look at earlier. And the further you come down, probably gets a little bit more quiet. Sometimes I just look on maps and see if there's any major clubs next to where I book, because I know they'll be making loud noise all night. But this time I've actually booked in a place with a little bar that has a band till about 11 o'clock, but that's all right, it's not too loud. But yeah, the other end, I don't know, I've stayed right down the other end and I really like that end, but I love this little cove down here too, so I really don't have a preference. It's just what accommodation might be available at the time that I'll think I might want to stay in. So either, but if you're partying and you just want to walk out your door and go to party land, get something right in the middle. There's really cool smoothie bars along here. So can I get one banana and mango
mix?
Yeah, okay. Thank you. So yeah, right along this end where I'm staying at the moment, you get all these little smoothie bars. So, and probably right along actually, but mainly this area. You can see another one down there. There you go. Graceland's Hotel there, stayed in there once with the fam. That's sort of a 5-star. Then generally I stay down this lane, a couple of little places. So a lot of times with these they'll put like a sugar or sugar syrup or something in, which makes it really sweet. So if you want it really sweet, go for it. For me there's probably enough sweetness just in the fruit, because fruit's sweet. So I asked not to have it. But yeah, anyway, look at all those. So good option if you're doing it healthy, which I haven't been actually. Been a bit cooked the last couple of days, but I haven't been overdoing it too bad, but body's not used to it. Out the front of Graceland's here, and just by the way, like, it's a good little hotel for maybe a bit of a cheaper 5-star, I suppose I'd say. There's a lot of better ones, but it's a good hotel for a fair price. You probably get rooms depending on, you know, you might get them for 150 Australian, some of them, sometimes of the year you might get you can pay a lot more too. They've got all sorts of rooms. But straight out the front, these guys will take you on tours around the place. Mate, generally, so you're talking about a car here, private, generally you'd be looking at 400. You know, if you might have to take it for 3-4 hours or something, but it'll probably work out about 400 Thai baht an hour. So it's about 20 bucks an hour. Yeah. So generally, I think coming from the airport was about an hour. They charged about 800. So if you can get it per hour for 400, and sometimes it's not a bad option. Just grab them for 4 hours or something. And you can just go cruising around to different places and stop and have a look, and they'll take you wherever. Subscribe, watch some more videos. Dino Tristano Manic will catch you down the track.